Today we're going to talk about hiring the right probate real estate agent and 5 smart questions that you should ask. So why does it matter whether you hire a real estate agent who has probate experience or not? So not every real estate agent has probate experience, and it's important for you to find an agent who does if you're dealing with a probate sale. That's because there are differences between a traditional sale and a probate sale. So let's cover some of the questions that you should ask. Hi, I'm Ashley Rivera. I'm a probate real estate agent here in San Diego County, and I work for Probate and Trust Help. We specialize in helping executors, administrators, and trustees like yourself through the sale of homes in probate or trust. First question, you should ask the agent, how many real estate sales have you done in the last 12 months? And of those sales, how many of them were in probate? This will help you determine their recent hands-on experience and also give you an idea of how much of that experience has been in probate. It's important to know how many probate sales they have gone through because there are specific details that need to be followed when handling a probate sale in real estate. For example, they'll need to know what the notice of proposed action is. They'll need to be able to contact the attorney and handle any communications with them. It's important for the real estate agent that you choose to understand the difference between living in the home and not living in the home when going through the probate sale. And this is because there are specific disclosures if you, as the estate representative, have lived in the home or not, and how you're going to go about filling those out. It's also important for the attorney to be able to be in contact with you and for you as the estate representative to know that your real estate agent can handle all the steps between the attorney and themselves related to the sale of the home. There are certain rules that they have to follow, especially, for example, the notice of proposed action and the timeline that goes along with that. So they'll need to be in contact with the attorney and be able to determine the timeline for that and when you'll be able to close escrow with that home. Question number 2, you'll need to ask the real estate professional, do you work full-time or part-time as a real estate agent? This could be asked to any real estate agent, but in terms of probate, there'll be specific questions and timelines and demands that will need to be taken care of. And a lot of those need to be handled pretty accurately and quickly when it comes to the sale of the home. Full-time agents are usually more available and more prompt with their responses, which will keep things moving along smoothly so that you don't go out of any of these timelines or deter from the probate timelines when it comes to the sale of the home. The next question would be, how many years of experience in probate sales do you have? Real estate sale experience can compound over time. And so knowing how many years of sales experience they have with probate is going to help you know whether or not they've mastered the documents when it comes to probate sales. It's also important to note that with probate sales, recent laws or court guidelines may have changed. And so how much experience they've had overall is important to know. But the 12 months experience question that we first asked is also important because that's going to give you an idea of whether or not they've had recent activity with probate sales. Question number 4, are you a broker, a realtor, or a licensed agent? All of these 3 options are good. You definitely want to ensure that you have a licensed agent to sell the property. A licensed agent may not have as much training or as much experience as a broker because brokers usually go through additional training. And realtors follow a standard of ethics. They take additional courses to ensure that they are a ethical agent. So knowing these things can help you determine who has more experience and what type of experience they have. Being a broker doesn't necessarily mean that they are going to do a better job than a real estate agent, but being a realtor does mean that they have an ethical standard that they follow. And the final and 5th question that we recommend is, can you provide a list of references for recent probate transactions? Having the option to talk to other clientele of an agent who have gone through the process of probate with this agent is really going to give you an idea of whether or not they have all the experience that you need. You'll learn about whether or not that was a good experience for that personal representative, or if maybe there were some gaps in the services that were provided by the real estate agent that they worked with. Also, a seasoned probate real estate agent should feel comfortable sharing their references for past clients with you. In addition to these 5 questions, I have a few other tips that we would like to provide you with just to help you through the process of choosing an agent. We always recommend that you interview multiple agents. Usually 3 is a good number because that's going to give you an idea of experience across the board, and it also will help you to determine who you're going to fit best with. Even if an agent doesn't have probate real estate experience, they may be a better fit for you than someone who does. Now, keeping in mind that an agent with experience in probate is probably going to be able to guide you through the process better, you'll need someone that you feel comfortable addressing questions specific to probate. And so because of that, you'll want to look for someone who can explain answers to questions to you clearly while you are going through this process of interviews. Along with that, you'll also want to find someone who can interact smoothly with your attorney. Sometimes attorneys will make recommendations for agents for you, and you can still take these questions and interview. It is your final choice to determine who you work with when it comes to a real estate agent. You'll want someone who treats probate with expertise and provides you with a safe space to get through the process. Having an experienced probate real estate agent ensures that you are prepared through the process and will help you fulfill your fiduciary duty to the estate. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have additional questions, we'd love for you to put them in the comment box. We try to answer them as often as possible, and we want to help support you through the process, so putting those questions in there provides us with the opportunity to do so.